Good morning. It is January the 23rd, 2018. Time to kick off another day of trading, and Tuesday, all at the same moment right here. Emini set a new record, 28.42 in the Globex session, the rally that started with the government going back to business as usual. When we took out 28.28 last night, did not stop until we got to 28.42, about 14 points over the previous high. Pretty clean break in the market at 28.75. So we'll see if that holds up today. Start with our disclaimer. Hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, the results may have overcompensated for the impact of any of certain market factors, such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the factor designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. It is auction week. We have the 2-year auction. Usually, short term up, intermediate term down. The long-term issues, that's the 2, 5, and 7-year pieces of paper higher. You can't count on this anymore. Up until about the middle of last year, maybe the spring, the 2 and 3-year auctions were almost guaranteed a rally. That's no longer the case. Sometimes they sell on those. So failure to take out and get through 16.20 would be a pretty good signal that we can get short. Right now, everything is pointing higher, and you can see that we have some acceleration right there. Today's news, Richmond Fed, 18. No one will pay any attention to it. The overnight news was limited to the zoo economic sentiment, which was higher in Germany, therefore made it higher for the EU. And in Great Britain, industrial orders expectations were up a little bit, not much. So pretty quiet. Biggest news over last night were trade tariffs, and last night all I saw it was on China on solar panels, but there was a headline this morning that said that South Korea was upset by it too. So I don't know exactly what was entailed in his tariffs other than the 30% tariff on Chinese solar panels. So we'll see what we get. I've got the sell set a little bit higher at 15 to 19. Might take a 13 to get in, but we'll try for 15 to 19. And 23 to 27 right now the market is pointed higher. On the buy side, last rotate down stopped at 10. Bottom of value is 10. So we'll make our first buy 6 to 10. And picking up this low right here at 1.5, we'll make it 30 and 02 for buy 2. Trying to bracket that low right there. Well, I am a bachelor. Well, not quite. I got 2 male dogs with me, so us guys will be by ourselves until next Tuesday or so. My wife has gone to Los Angeles to visit number 1 daughter and help her drive back to Wichita. She's doing trunk shows for her new shoe company in the Midwest right here. So we're excited about the possibilities of her new company, and it's always fun to see her. And I will be without close supervision for several days, so I kind of like that too, if you know what I mean. On the bond, 12 to 16, number 1. Think you can go a little bit higher, so 19 to 23, sell 1. 27 to 31. Now, in auction week, markets can't go straight up without a piece of news that you can't ignore. Otherwise, they don't move the paper they can. So there has to be some back and forth. And it does give opportunities for traders. You're not looking for 1-point runs, but quarter of a point, half-point runs are possible with the bond during auctions. So we'll see what we've got, how that stacks up. Now, I'm going to make the buck to 04 number 1. Could be right there at 6. 25.29 by 1. And 13 to 17 by 2. I didn't see the games this weekend, so apparently the refs, the fix was in for the Patriots in their game against the Jaguars. So penalties, some of the write-ups said certainly took the Jaguars out of the game. Maybe didn't cost them that, but it made it a little easier for the Patriots. So you hate to have games decided by the refs, but that happens. That can happen. Okay, 38 to 40. We were looking to sell the 35 area yesterday, give or take, and then 39s to 41. So didn't quite get there. 38 to 40, sell 1, and 43.45, sell 2. Not going to be too hard to get above 13.50. On the buy side, now let's make it 32.34 by 1 and 28 to 30 by 2. I think that reflects the structure a little bit better, where we do have support and resistance. But I've kind of used to, kind of built in, as far as football goes, extra 8 hours of time on the weekend. I'm a little reluctant to give that up. Plus, it's hard to get me to sit still for 4 hours straight. Well, clearly there's a seller above 23.40. Then we rejected prices 2 days ago above 25. And this morning we make it up to 17. So I think last night we had, 15 to 25 was our sell last night. And we got that in the Asian session. We're at 92 right now, and you can see we're getting lower highs right here. So we'll make resistances at 10. So we'll make 10 to 20, sell 1. 40 to 50, sell 2. On the buy side, 65 to 75, buy 1. 40 to 50, buy 2. Not a lot going on in Europe. I know that Financial Committee of the ECB meets all day today. I believe that's what they labeled it. Crude oil. Big article out. The United States is poised or on the brink of becoming the number 2 crude oil producer in the world, beating out Saudi Arabia. Russia's the number 1. That's supply. And the Saudi Arabia, of course, could ramp up and outproduce the United States if they want. But right now the restraint in production is coming from the Gulf states and Saudi Arabia. So definitely a seller above 64.50. It's got that London high right here, and we've got volume here. We have rejected prices above 64.80. Pretty good buying below 63, so 64 is resistance. We start to see sellers at 64, and 63 is support, and that's where we find ourselves. So 64, 64 and a quarter, sell 1. 64.50, 64.75, sell 2. We are at support right now, so 63.50, 63.75, buy 1. 63 even, 63 and a quarter, buy 2. Emini. Okay, you should have rolled from the 28.25 calls yesterday to the 28.50s, and in Globex we hit 28.42. JP Morgan put a trading target out there of 3,000 for the Emini, and looks like we're going to get there sooner than later. So here was the breakout from 28. We first time down. Now remember, we talk about the known behavior of the trader. The first time they hit support or resistance, they reverse. So they take profits and they get long. And you can see right here, so this is the first time down. And they did enough buying from 28.75 to take the market back up to 34.50. The second time we get down here, they'll take profits and they'll see if it's going to come out or not. So we've got volume at 27, so a limit buy at 27.50. 39.50 up here. If I were to put it all together, it would change the numbers a little bit, but you can see this rotate up here. In S period, stop right there. Came right out of that high volume number. So 37.50 to 39.50 is pretty good resistance. Got to get through 35 first to get there. So we'll put our first sell 37 to 39. And then, gosh, that's hard. Well, make it 41 to 44 for sell 2. I'm grasping at straws there, folks. We have the resistance is 35 to 37.50, then 40 to 42. So it's tough call. I'm hoping that we can get it back up above 35, retest this area, but let's just start over. 34.36, sell 1. 39.41, sell 2. That'll clean it up a little bit, but I think probably the best resistance is right here at 37.50 to 39.50. On the buy side, 28 to 30, buy 1, that is support. Market is pointed higher, and then let them get stops below 25, 23, 25. If we take out 28, would be buy 2. So selling failure at 34 to 41. And buying 28s to 30 and 23 to 25. Okay, it's going to take a bit to get everything up and posted. Going to get busy on that. Back with you as soon as possible.